Hey guys, I'm going to help you out with Lesson 11's homework, and we got some more word problems to get through. So, number 1 says, Ashley ran a marathon and finished 1 hour and 40 minutes after PJ, who had a time of 2 hours and 15 minutes. Carrie finished 12 minutes before Ashley. How long did it take Carrie to run the marathon? Well, first we got to figure out how long it took Ashley to figure out Carrie. So, Ashley was 1 hour and 40 minutes after PJ. So we got to take PJ's time and add 1 hour and 40 minutes since it took her that much longer. So we're going to say 2 hours and 15 minutes plus 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'm going to add those together. I'm going to get 3 hours and 55 minutes. And then Carrie finished 12 minutes before Ashley. Well, if it's 12 minutes before, then we need to subtract 12 from the time to figure out when it was. So I'm going to say 3 hours and 55 minutes minus 12 minutes. And when I say 55 minus 12, I should get 43. So my final answer is Carrie finished in 3 hours and 43 minutes. All right, let's look at number 2. Mr. Foot's deck is 12 feet and 6 inches wide. Its length is twice the width plus 3 more inches. How long is the deck? So let's look at the width. The width is 12 feet and 6 inches. But the length is twice as much. So I'm going to multiply that times 2 and then add the 3 inches at the end. Well, 12 feet and 6 inches times 2 would give you 24 feet and 12 inches. Well, 12 inches is another foot, so really it's 25 feet. But then we have to add that additional 3 inches because it says plus 3 more inches. So the length should be 25 feet and 3 inches. All right, let's look at number 3. It says Miss Lawrence bought 12 pounds and 8 ounces of sugar. This is 1/4 of the sugar she will use to make sugar cookies in her bakery this week. If she uses 10 ounces of sugar for each batch of sugar cookies, how many batches of sugar cookies will she make in a week? This one is a doozy. We've got a lot to figure out. So she bought 12 pounds and 8 ounces of sugar, which is 1/4 of the sugar she will use to make cookies in a week. Well, if that's 1/4 and I want to figure out the whole amount, I've got to multiply that amount by 4 to figure out the whole amount that she's going to use in a week, because that's only 1/4. I want to know what 4/4 is. So I'm going to have to multiply that amount of sugar by 4. So I'm going to say 4 times 12 pounds and 8 ounces. And what I'm going to end up with is 4 times 12 is 48, and 4 times 8 is 32 ounces. And 32 ounces is exactly 2 pounds because I could split it up into 16 and 16 ounces. So altogether, she needs 50 pounds of sugar in a week. But the question doesn't have to do with pounds. It says if she uses 50 ounces of sugar for each batch of cookies, how many batches can she make in a week? So we need to change that 50 pounds into ounces before we can divide it by 10 to figure out the number of batches. So in order to change 50 pounds to ounces, I'm going to have to multiply 50 by 16 since there are 16 ounces in a pound. So I'm going to do that up here with an area model. Put 50 here and 16 up top. And 50 times 10 would give you 500, and 50 times 6 would give you 300. So 500 plus 300 is 800. So 50 pounds of sugar is 800 ounces of sugar. Well, if each batch is 10 ounces, I'm going to have to divide 800 by 10, and that means she can make 80 batches of cookies in a week. So a lot was going on in this problem. If you have questions about it, please ask me tomorrow, and I'll make sure I can go back over the steps with you. But she can make 80 batches of cookies. All right, let's look at number 4. It says, Beth Ann practiced piano for 1 hour and 5 minutes each day for 1 week. She had 5 songs to practice and spent the same amount of time practicing each song. How long did she practice each song during the week? Okay, well, if it's 1 hour and 5 minutes each day for a week, there are 7 days in a week. So I'm going to say 1 hour and 5 minutes times 7, because that's 7 days in a week. So altogether, she did 7 hours and 35 minutes because 7 times 1 is 7 and 7 times 5 is 35. Now, I want to divide that by 5 to figure out the amount of songs, but it's going to be kind of hard to divide with two different units, so I'm going to change it all to minutes. And so if I say 7 times 60, 7 hours is the same as 420 minutes plus that 35 minutes that we had. So altogether, 7 hours and 35 minutes is the same as 455 minutes. Now that will be a lot easier to divide by 5 than hours and minutes. So I'm going to say 455 divided by the 5 songs, because she did them all the same amount. And I'm going to do that down here using stacked. And let's see how close we can get to 455. 5 times 100 is too much, but 5 times 90 will give me 450. So 90 would be one of my partial quotients. And when I subtract, I have 5 left, and 5 goes into 5 once. And so really, with a remainder of 0, so really that'd be 91, because 90 plus 1 is 91. 91 minutes per song. But if we wanted that in hours and minutes, because we know that that's more than an hour, I could split it up into 60 and 31. So really, she practiced an hour and 31 minutes per song for the week. All right, let's look at number 5. The concession stand has 18 gallons of punch. If there are a total of 240 students who want to purchase 1 cup of punch each, will there be enough punch for everyone? Well, we just got to change this 18 gallons into cups and see how many we have. Because altogether, if there's 240 students who want a cup each, we need 240 cups. So we know that there's 16 cups in a gallon. So if we say 18 times 16 to figure out the number of cups in 18 gallons, I'm going to do an area model to figure that out. So 10 and 8 and 10 and 6. I'll have 100 in this box, 80 in this one, 60 and 48. And I'm going to add those partial products together. So 100 plus 80 plus 60 plus 48 will leave me with 288 cups. Well, if there's 288 cups of punch and 240 students, they each want 1 cup, I have plenty of cups of punch to go around. So yes, there will be enough punch. All right, if you guys have any questions, please let me know.